So IPtex created the alarm signal network prompted by our customers and their communication issues with legacy POTS panels. So basically, it's a truly redundant network. We're in every central office in Canada and the United States, and we're registered with the FCC in the US and the same agency, the CRTC in Canada. We do two services. We do ISP internet, which our customers, the alarm companies, resell internet services through us to their customers. And then we have on our alarm signal network, we have 6.5 million subscriber panels on there. And we touch every alarm company pretty much in the United States, especially the top 100. We are the back end for most of the radio network cellular signals, as well as the legacy POTS panels. One of the things that our alarm customers do is if they've acquired a lot of companies, they've had to do RFCs, which is remote call forwarding out of their network. With our network, we just port those numbers onto our SIP-based network, and we literally grab the signals out of the central office that the POTS subscriber is in whatever city, and we transmit them on our network all the way to the alarm receivers. We are connected to many, many different upstreams. We call them upstreams, but they're carriers. About 20 different carriers are connected to us for peering. So like Comcast and a lot of the cable companies have traditionally had issues with POTS panels. By us being connected to them directly, we're able to transmit the alarm signals for greater quality success. We can assign national numbers on the 800 network or local network, and we have redundancy between even the local numbers. We can switch them at the tandem level in every central office. So if we have an outage on one tandem carrier group in a central office, we can switch to another, giving full redundancy of local as well as 800 numbers. There's no other carrier that we know of in the United States that does that, not even AT&T and Sprint, because they keep you, or not AT&T or Verizon, they keep you on their own network. And our rerouting is quite superior because we're all VoIP and we are on the internet. So we use the internet as our backbone, which is a way more superior than traditional telecom network. The other benefits to our alarm signal network is, call quality, because we control the path all the way to the last mile. We reduce the errors, and we're able to process alarms faster, have fewer support calls, and we also lower the fees. Since we're using the internet, we don't have to have all that infrastructure that other carriers have. And that's it. You can ask me all the questions you want.
Thanks, Cliff. This is Robert. I don't know if you can see us, but what scares me is the SIP-based network and the voice over IP. Traditionally, at least on the central station side, the second you start taking traditional alarm lines over IP, you lose things. Just recently read an article about the same thing, where older technology just does not marry well with IP. So how are you addressing that? How are you addressing the quality of the call line?
Well, your POTS panels have always been IP because SS7, which is the legacy network that you've run on for 50 years, is IP. Mm-hmm. So the SS7 was a signaling network that took the panels, transmissions from the central office, rode them across an SS7 network, and got them to the other end. The problem was you didn't have intermediaries doing compression. Nowadays, everybody is taken out of the central office. They hand it off to the cheapest provider. It does compression. They run it across the internet. That's your problem. It's not that you're IP or that you're SIP or you're VoIP. It's simply that there's somebody in the middle that's compressing it. So the success of IPtex is, since we're in every central office and we grab it at the tandem level, we grab it from the central office that the subscriber is at before anybody can grab it in the middle, and then we run it in an IP transmission, much like an SS7, uncompressed. That's the reason it works. It's just like the SS7 network of the past.
Okay. Do you, when is your target the dealer or the central station?
Well, we do both. I mean,
customer.
we have a lot of dealers that use our service, but then we have a lot of central stations that do too. Typically, if they're a dealer central, the dealer is driving our service into the central station. Same with radio and cellular. Like we've got all the cellular carriers, and then I literally either call the receivers at the dealer central or go direct. But in the case of installing alarm companies, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of software they have. They'll sometimes subscribe to our service, and then we send the signals into bold, mass, microkey, whoever it is. And sometimes we even decode it. We use our receiver firm to do that, so the alarm company doesn't have to. So it's really both. It's driven by whoever is controlling the telecom decisions.
Hey, Cliff, can you shut down the screen share? And I don't know if you can go on video. That would be great.
Yeah, sure. Hang on a second here. Let me just see. Let's see if I can turn on start video. There you go. You should be able to see me.
And end the screen share, please.
Oh, end the screen share.
We just love to see you as opposed to that.
Oh, okay. All right. Stop share. There you go.
There you go. There you
Great.
go.
Okay.
So talk to me about the technology. Do I, as a alarm dealer or a central station, do I have to give you ownership? Do I rest-board my lines to you? Do you hold that, or do I maintain control?
We don't own it. We are a carrier, so we're under federal regulations, just like Verizon or anyone. They're your lines or your ownership, and we basically are the rest-board and the phone company, so they're just in our management. And if you want to port out or go somewhere, you do a port out request with another carrier, and we have to transmit them. So
Okay.
we're just like any other carrier. In fact, we're one of 9 VoIP providers, nationally recognized VoIP providers, Vonage being another one. We're like a Vonage. It's just our focus is the alarm signal network.
Got it.
So somebody said to you, a dealer said to you, help me understand how IPtex is going to help me make more money as a dealer. How would you answer that question?
Quite a few ways. I mean, they can sell internet services and offer telecom to their customers, so they can go out and do a triple play and make like 30% off that, where they're allowing, especially in a commercial setting where they're doing a lot of video. We have a lot of dealers that are reselling our internet pipes. We can pull internet anywhere in Canada or the United States. So they can make RMR off the internet connections, and then they can also make RMR off the voice. And there's quite a few dealers that are selling our voice services where we issue a phone number. They drop an ATA in along with the security panel. The security panel is tied to the POTS line, comes back into the network, and then we issue a phone line for voice calling. So I have one company that was known for charging $9.99 in Canada for security monitoring. They're charging an additional $9 for telecom to their residential customers. So they're doubling their RMR just by simply offering telecom.
How big is IPtex today? How many lines do you have going through there, or how many companies?
There's 6.5 million subscribers on IPtex in the alarm industry. It was founded in the alarm industry, so it had 0 customers about 5 years ago. It's now got 6.5 million subscriber lines with many different alarm companies, and then we're the backbone for quite a few of the cellular providers. So anybody that's giving cellular service to alarm panels and you're putting it in, we do the transmissions for that and either call the receivers at the central station directly or handle the signals.
Okay. Thanks, Cliff.
Yeah.
We have 2 minutes remaining.
If we're all looking at our criteria for scoring you. So silence means we're seeing if there's any gaps that
Okay.
elected to ask about. Yeah, I'm good. Your PowerPoint was quite thorough. Fast, but quite thorough.
Yeah, well, wanted to go over it all. Yeah, I think a lot of alarm companies have been pretty impressed with the fact that they could compete with the cable companies. That's the big thing. They can walk in with their salespeople and do a triple play, offer internet, phone, and security, and bill it. As a carrier, we're allowed to help them bill and be a telecommunications company that way. So some dealers and alarm companies have found great success with that.
Thanks a bunch.
You bet. Thank you
Thanks
so
very
much.
much, Cliff.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Cliff.
You bet. Bye-bye.
All right, here we go.